Welcome back to Websites for Beginners. I am JP, and in this video, we will be looking at the Confetti extension for Elementor Pack PRO, or from Elementor Pack PRO from BD Themes, and this can be used in both Elementor Free and Pro. Before we look at how you work with it, let's have a quick look at what the Confetti is. I called it the Confetti C2A call to action, but you can use it also for just some bling on your website. The idea is that you have a call to action, and the easy word for call to action is a button somewhere on your page. Like here, basic button, I click on it and bazinga, there it goes. And then you have one called School Pride, that's like a parade coming from the left and the right. And then you have this random direction. Well, if I keep playing with it, it seems to me, okay, there it goes a little bit random. And then fireworks over here, all over the place. Snow, let's see what snow does. It opens for us a little animation here. Well, the confetti is the animation. Nice little winter scene for upcoming in the Northern Hemisphere. And that is what the confetti does. It gives a little bit bling, glitch it up for your website. What we can do then on this website that I have created with Elementor is I have a button here, learn more. And we can apply this extension to anything that can be clicked or can be linked or can be hovered over. And what I will do first is to go into WordPress, and then in the navigation pane on the left, look for my Elementor Pack PRO. And it's important that you have the Pro version because this extension is a Pro extension. It doesn't come with the free version. Want to know more about Pro? These guys have got hundreds of things that you can do with Elementor Pack, and they're constantly releasing new things and updating it. So go check it out. Follow the link in the description below. Let's select extensions here, and I've disabled all of them. We're going to be using Confetti effects and activate and then save settings. Hop on over to the front end, and I'll just say edit with Elementor, and that should also bring in the confetti for us. Select my button, and you're going to find that under advanced, and then here in the editor, confetti effects. If you click on it, you will need to enable it. Let's toggle it on, and by default it goes to basic, and you see some premature fun happening over there. That is the basic one, and then your random direction, fireworks, snow, bling bling bling, and then School Pride. Now, these are the effects, and if we go back to basic, you have for each of them certain particulars that you can change. Here is a particle count, right? Let's put it very high. Let's put it down low. A little bit more sparse there. 1. I need to do that again. Let's do 2. Oh, there's the 2. Okay. And if you want to go back to the default, I'll just go ahead and delete it, and then you get to the default. Then you have a start velocity, that is how fast the confetti will start going in pixels. Let's move it up all the way to 100, and it's gone. Let's move it down here to 14. Oy! Not much vroom in there. And again, if you want to go back to the default, select the value and just hit delete on your keyboard. Spread is going to distribute it. Yep, there we go. Let's lower it. Let's bring it narrower. Same thing, and I think 360 is going to be a 360. So it works in degrees. I'll go ahead and delete it. You have a few more controls here. Here you can bring in colors for the confetti. So you are not confined to the colors that they give you. In fact, those colors are added in here. And all you need to do is replace the names, and then you can use the colors you want to. Let's do that instead of me just telling you how it works. And I'll grab my color picker up here, and let's choose this red. And then I'll select the code, go here, and then paste that. And then it says input your colors, example, red, and then a comma. And then let's put in also the white. I don't think I need the white, should be FFF, indeed. Oops, do that again. Okay, copy, close it, This would have been cool if they could have worked in the Elementor color picker here. Then you could have just picked the colors. Would have been nice. Think of that, BD themes. Hash and then Control Command V. And there you see I've got my two colors that I've been using here. Very nice. And then they have shapes here, which I've not looked into. The possible values are square and circle. The default is to use both shapes in an even mix. You can even change the mix by providing a value such as circle, circle, square to use 2/3 circles and 1/3 squares. Okay, let's try that. I'm just going to use circle. Let's see what happens if I just type in circles. I don't see actually anything happening there. Do they all look like circles? I think I see some squares in there. Good. Confuse me. And then origin. If I click here on origin, you have your X origin. Look there, I'm popping them up all over the place. And then the Y origin all the way to the bottom. So these origins of the X and the Y will relate to your viewport. Right. So if it's 0, 0, let's just see it again, back to default. There it is in the middle. So remember, it's all connected to this call to action button here, learn more, where this is all originating from. Now comes the important part. Let's save this, update, Control Command S, and then we preview it on the front and see how it works. Keep your eyes on the screen. As it loads, you're going to see it automates. And the reason why it happens like so is because trigger action is set on load. And this means on load of the page. So think about what I'm saying here is that you can actually put this confetti effect anywhere on your page, and if you say unload, it's going to appear on the first entry screen as people load it. You can do that, right? Black Friday, Christmas, all the sales in the world. You drag the attention to that by having this happening. What's next is on view. Now on view, similar to on load, but that's going to depend on once that part of the page comes into view. So if I had put it here and this part of the page comes into view, then it's going to trigger it. Then we get to on click, and here for on click you have a trigger selector. Again, very interesting because it means that your trigger selector can be connected to anywhere else on your page. We will connect it to this specific button. So first we have to give the button an ID. Scroll to the top and go to content and then button ID over here, and I'm just going to call it confetti. Remember, when you give the button an ID, do not use hash. Confetti. And it's important to remember that because when we go back, advanced confetti effects, and now we're going to use that ID here. You need to use the hash. So hash and then confetti. What we've done is we've connected the on click when this button is being clicked to this trigger, which means this button, when this button is clicked, it's going to trigger the basic confetti. So let's update. And then it will also update on the front end. And this time we do not expect the animation because it's not set to load. Instead, when we go to learn more and I click on it, bazinga. But look at what happened there. And that's the only problem here is that if you're going to have a very quick internet connection or browser like I have at this moment, the moment you click on it, it's going to appear, but it's going also to go to the link. And that's how quickly that had worked. So you can also work with something like on hover. And same, we leave the trigger selector there. And now with on hover, it's going to draw the attention to the button. So if you were lazily, browsing and then by happenstance, your mouse goes over and learn more, there it goes. And it tells you, click here, buddy, click here. Again, think of a competition, something where people need to apply and maybe they hover over it, then it will release the confetti. Trigger selector, let's see what else do we have here. A delay, right? So that is 3000 milliseconds, which is 3 seconds. Let's leave it there. Update. And go and view it on the front end. And we wait patiently, and 3 seconds indeed. Last one, Ajax success. Right, so there is a number of ways I think you could probably use this. I think one of the ones that I like is on their demo site. They have a form that once you send your message and you click on it, it will release the confetti. So you can link it to a form once people contact you, or they have a competition and they've entered their details, or they have subscribed to your newsletter or whatever you have and giving away. Once they submit it, then the confetti is triggered. So this is a very good example where it will work. This kind of example where you have a link that will take you somewhere else, you're going to miss the whole animation, so it doesn't make any sense. That is the confetti extension from Elementor Pack Pro by BD Themes. Until next time, go well and stay safe.